What's up, my dudes? Valkyrja, and today we're going to be doing a tier list based on lore strength. I'm going to be doing a tier list of what I think lore-wise of what these characters are capable of. So we're going to be going into it. Here we have our tiers: literal gods, which is where all the archons are going to go, because all the archons have had crazy, insane feats lore-wise. Taskbar, go away. There we go. So we can actually pick them. And Raiden also goes here. So we have the Archons, who lore-wise are just absolute insanity, leagues above everyone else. You have to put the Archons in their own tier. They could be some characters that get to the tier, but as far as the Archons themselves, they go in their own tier because they're just insane. Slightly below the gods, which would be like the Adepti and things like that. And basically, you know, stuff like that. Very strong, and slightly above the average human, which we're going to put Aloy. Aloy, like, needs her own tier, which is average human, because she doesn't even have a vision. So she is just, she's automatically in that tier. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into it lore-wise. Keep in mind, I don't know every last bit of lore. I know a decent amount, so I know a lot of characters are probably could be stronger or weaker than what we think. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. First off is Albedo. Now Albedo is actually a homunculus that is really old, made by one of the strongest alchemists to ever walk the earth. So, well, not earth, Teyvat, but so I'm going to put Albedo in. He's pretty damn powerful, but I'm gonna put him in very strong. He hasn't shown me, he hasn't done anything, he hasn't shown anything to be in slightly below the gods, but he is definitely up there. Amber, slightly above the average human. What does she do that's actually special? She shoots arrows and has Baron Bunny, that's about it. Ayaka is incredibly powerful lore-wise. I don't know too much about Ayaka lore-wise. Yeah, you go there. Bido actually is going to shock people. Bido is actually lore-wise one of the strongest characters, one of the strongest humans, because she actually killed a god. I don't know if you guys know that, but she killed a god called Haishon. That's why if you ever listen to her ult, it's behold the power that killed Haishon, or slayed Haishon, or whatever the hell she says. That she killed a god. Like, she is a god-killing human. That is insane. Benny, slightly stronger. Slightly above. Diluc is very powerful lore-wise. I'm going to have to put Diluc here. We haven't seen Diluc lore-wise get anywhere near his true potential, because spoilers from the manga, if you've read it, Diluc has a delusion that he rarely uses, but very powerful. Leona, slightly stronger than the average human. Ooh, Eula is kind of, The thing is about Eula, right? Eula is said to have the strongest swordsmanship inside the Knights of Favonius. I think it's right below Jean or right with Jean, somewhere around there. So if we put Eula in we have to put Eula in strong, because it's just swordsmanship, right? They don't have the magic powers that these. You have a god killer, you have delusion, and then you have somebody trying to resurrect an ancient god, our ancient dragon. So these are kind of in the next level of just good with a sword. We'll put Jean here with Eula. I think that's only fair. Then we have Yanfei as an Adepti. I actually haven't seen that much from her, but solely because she's an Adepti, I have to put her there. Official, once again, strong, slightly above the average human. Okay, now Ganyu. Ganyu, what have we seen of Ganyu? She's in training under Xiao and Cloud Retainer. They're both training her, and she does taxes. I'll just stick her there. She's an Adepti, so I know she's strong. She can't be slightly above the average human, but she just hasn't done anything lore-wise other than choke out a monster with her big old booty. So, like, maybe I don't just know. I honestly don't know her lore enough. Alright, well, we'll just stick her in strong. I feel like that's about right? Yeah. Well, she's an Adepti, actually. She's one of the true Adepti we got, so I gotta put her up there. Because she's a true Adepti. So she should, like, Yanfei is half Adepti, half human, but she's full-on Adepti, so she should have power that's comparable to Xiao. And Xiao's almost with the literal gods because he was a god killer, but I think Xiao is going to be slightly below the gods. Because he literally killed gods and devoured their dreams. He was a menace in the Archon War, and he was an absolute weapon in his young lead at freedom. There's a lot of lore there, but yeah, Garo, he doesn't seem like he does much. Hu Tao actually seems like a very powerful character lore-wise because she can commune with the dead, and there's not many people that can do that. So she goes in strong. Kaya, actually, I'm gonna put Kaya here. So, because there is a lore theory that I kind of believe that Kaya is a Conrian prince, and that he has made his way over and hid within Mondstadt for the past 500 years, that we don't know everything there is to Kaya, and Kaya actually has a lot more relevance to his story than there is. I believe that theory. It sounds crazy, but I do believe it. Arataki Ito. Physically, he's strong. I mean, he was able, but he loses to Sara. Sara actually is really strong lore-wise. He loses to Sara. Sara's going to be up here lore-wise. Oh no, she's a god killer though. She literally killed a god. I gotta put her up there. No, she's not that. She's still a human, but she killed a god. I got to. Yeah, I got to. She literally killed a god. And then Kazuha actually challenged Raiden that one time and won, but that was due to the help of his friend in the cutscene, so we'll put you there. Kuching is a lore-wise, she doesn't, I don't know how much she does lore-wise, so I'm gonna put her there, but this one's going to shock a lot of people. Yeah. Lore-wise, Klee is all the way up here because of her mom, Alice. Alice is one of the oldest beings next to the Archons, like one of the, because Archons, from what I understand, are like spirit bodies, but Alice, her and her moms are like elves, and they have lived a very long time, and Alice is one of the best mages in the entire world. So Klee and her mom are literally up there with the god powers. From what I understand, Alice could destroy Teyvat if she wanted to. So, yeah, Kokomi, she's literally just, her, like, lore-wise, her impact is she's smart with strategy. Lisa actually is strong lore-wise. There's a theory that she is actually going to die, that she traded her lifespan for knowledge, and she is a very, very strong character lore-wise. Mona, same thing. Her divination is nothing to scoff at. It's very, very good. Ning Wong. Ning Wong is hella powerful in the lore. She literally like makes her chamber fly constantly, and she can move rocks around at will, and she can create things from her jades. Crazy powerful. Noelle is actually really, really strong lore-wise. She's physically the strongest character in Mondstadt. Lore-wise, Noelle is just stupid strong. Chi-Chi, she has Adeptus art, but lore-wise, she doesn't really do anything other than live. That's her secret power. She lived. Razor, lore-wise, is just slightly above the average human. Rosaria, she's an assassin. You go there. You go there. Sayu, I don't know what she does lore-wise, so I'll just put her there because I think that's about it, right? She's a Tanuki, and the Tanuki seem about just as strong as people. Shinha is a direct trainee, or direct, I don't know what to call it, but she's directly under Cloud Retainer, and Cloud Retainer is an Adepti, so I'm going to put her in very strong because, yeah. So, next up is Sucrose. Sucrose is actually very, very powerful. Sucrose is right under Albedo because they are master and student. Child, as we all know, Child is insanely strong. Is he slightly below the gods, though? But that means Bido is stronger than Child lore-wise. But lore-wise, Child's insanely strong. He's challenged the Abyss and won. Because Child, I'm gonna put Child here. Because lore-wise, Child is strong enough to challenge the gods, but not win. I think, right? I don't know, but he's a battle nut. He's only going to get stronger, so I'm going to put him right there. Yaimiko, lore-wise, honestly, almost deserves to be there, but I'm going to put Yaimiko here. Because that's just where I believe she should be. Then we have Yunjin. She's a playwright. She sings. She doesn't really do anything beyond that. Yoimiya shoots fireworks. You play the electric guitar. You read books. You can light a stove. And you cook and clean. That seems about right. Let me look back over it. The only one that's kind of sussy is Baido being this high. But I kind of stand by this. Diluc might want to be higher. Nah, Diluc's fine where he is. Kaya, Sara, yep. Yeah, I kind of agree with this. I think you have your little gods, you're slightly below the gods, which are mostly Adepti and Battle Nuts and spiritual beings. You have the Albedo, you have the Kaya, you have the very strong, and then slightly above the average human. Anyways, this is where I rank all the characters according to lore strength. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is just a quick little tier list for you guys, because I know everyone loves tier lists, and I wanted to make a fun one for you guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.